that an RV park with 180 units is needed in Floresville, when you're driving into the city, that the first thing you're going to see is refugee camp after refugee camp after refugee camp coming in from the other way, refugee camp. I'm sorry, but that is my opinion, that instead of trying to, I guess, encourage the new business owners to come into town and bring good prospective business, all we're doing is feeding off of this oil field that is going to go away. It's not going to be here forever. I wish it would be here forever, but it's not going to. And instead of building to serve that, we need to build to serve the future of our kids, maybe with some other type of facility. That is going to depreciate the value of my property, the value of those apartments across the street from us. Very beautiful complex that's over there, and then now we're going to have an RV park. You know, I just don't see why we need another RV park within the city limits of Floresville, introducing every person that's coming through our town to an RV park on both sides of the city. And for whatever that's worth, Mr. Strozier, I don't know you.
That's not my project. No,
no I know. I'm not speaking against him. I'm speaking against the RV park. I hope that that doesn't happen in our community. Thank you for your time.
I'm Gerald Lucio. I am going to be the biggest neighbor on the south end of that place. If you're expecting to bring 160 people, there will always be people partying, because the off time is going to be different days for different companies and all of that type of stuff. And I agree with a lot of this, with all of what this lady's saying, but I'm the neighbor that's going to have to put up with all the noise. I'm the neighbor that's going to have to put up with who are these people, you know. All you need is one pedophile. My son's girlfriend has two children, a 9-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl. And to a pedophile, that's a plate of Southern fried chicken, any way you look at it. You know, it can be a funny thing or not, but it's not funny if it'll ever happen to you guys. And that's something that's right there, right behind our yard. You know, and it's hard for someone to guarantee none of this is going to happen. Absolutely hard for someone to guarantee none of this is going to happen.
Where do you live in relationship to the property?
I am, where the apartments are at?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm on the other side. I'm on the north side.
First.
This lady here is on the west side, and there's nothing but pasture.
You're on the south side.
I'm on the right. I'm right next to him. I own the entire side of Robin Rest. 2690. I don't even have my glasses on, but are you familiar with the chain? I'll tell you exactly where I'm at.
Good glasses, huh?
Very good. Okay, where is this property?
It's right here.
Okay, well, I'm this guy right here.
Okay.
Okay, that's who I am. I'm going to be his biggest neighbor and having to deal with a whole bunch of individuals. These guys that are going to present this project, they're going to be at their house nice and comfortable. I'm the guy that's going to have to deal with whatever problem is presented to them. And, you know, when you're looking at profits, that's one thing. But when you're looking at you know, hey, if they'd like to live right there, let's see what they would think. You know, how many people here as a planning and zoning committee would like that in their backyard? You know, because I have 612 feet backing up to this property, you know, and it's just, it's not going to be like, some of those workers are going to have weekends on Tuesday, Wednesday. Some are going to have weekends on Thursday, Friday. Some are going to have weekends on Friday, Saturday, or whatever. But it's never going to be like they're all out and then on weekends. My thing, it would be an extremely hard thing to ask for, is as a guaranteed 8-foot fence that goes all the way down to their property. At least make it a little harder. But I'm totally against that just for that reason, because there will always be noise 7 days a week, regardless of how you look at it. Regardless of how you look at it, you know. And everybody that's involved in this, they live somewhere else, you know. That's, you know, what I gotta say.
Anybody else? And your request, sir, is for a privacy fence?
No, my request is not have it done at all. I'm just saying, if it does happen, can you honestly tell me that if it was your backyard, would you approve it? That's where I'm putting it.
Mr. Lucio, may I ask you a question?
You can ask me a question.
We discussed this at the last meeting, and I had told you that I was going to put a date.
Oh, yeah, but telling me and doing it in writing are two different things, and I will agree you did tell me that.
Yeah.
I will
If I
agree
told you that,
did
then
tell
I'm
me
going
that.
to do it.
Okay, yeah, but see, on the same conversation, I was talking to Mr. Strozier, and I asked, well, how many RVs? He said about 100, and then,
No,
wait a minute, I'm gonna tell you what you told me.
No, there's about
Let-
60,
let-
65
let me finish what I'm telling you, what you
Well, I'm
told me.
telling you, that's not right.
No, I'm just repeating what you said.
Tell the people too, that you want to put your own cabins
No,
up there.
let me just speak, and then I'll let you talk in a
Well, you've
minute.
been speaking.
Yeah, okay. When I asked, you said probably about 100, or maybe not even that much.
I never said 100.
Okay,
Never
well.
said that. He's got the plans right
No,
here.
I know, but I'm just saying what you said to me.
Well,
Then, when you went up and
I
talked to the
heard
people.
Ms. Angel say 165 or 168.
Well, that's true, but it's the question that I asked you, okay? And then when you go up to
And
talk to the
like I
people.
say, I'm not the developer.
No, I'm not, I'm just saying what you said. I'm not, accusing of none of that. My thing is that when you guys go up, went up to the planning and zoning meeting over there, then the deal was like 150, 160, somebody said whatever we could put in there. That was the conversation.
That was never said.
Well,
Again, Mr. Lucio, have you seen the plans?
No, I mean, if it's a well laid out plan, hey, that's something else, but regardless of what it is, I don't know if it's gonna be.
You're also planning on putting some cabins on.
Yeah, but I only have 10, sir.
Well, it
9
doesn't
cabins.
matter. You're
And,
still, the noise factor is there.
That's not the factor there.
Whoa.
That's not the factor.
That's, I know we're here to discuss.
Well, I'm letting you know what he hasn't told you his side of the
Well, when
story.
he comes up, that'll be.
That will come up, the time it comes up. I'm just here, I'm
I'm
not
just
really
letting
even
them know you
concerned
have
about the 9
an alternate motive to
cabins.
it,
I'm more of a concern about what I have to deal with every single night with 100 and something people there.
You have
That's
to
my
realize that
concern.
is commercial property.
I realize that's commercial. All I'm stating is my opinion. I'm not saying anybody has to do what I ask or what I have to say. I mean, it's just an opinion. That's why I'm here to talk. I'm not, and it can, whatever's going to be decided, it's certainly not going to be decided because of me, one way or another. I'm just voicing my opinion. That's all I'm doing.
Thank you, Jerry.
Can I ask one more question? I would like to know, does anybody know how many police calls they've already had out there at that trailer park that's by the apartment complex that's out there? Does anybody have any idea? Because from what I understood on that part is that they are having a lot of break-ins in the apartments due as a result of the tenants that are at the trailer park.
Let me comment on that, please.
Can I just finish?
Well, you wanted someone's opinion on
I
it.
know, I just want to finish my statement. But anyway, my understanding is there's a lot of problems. And to his point about pedophiles and so forth, he and I were already talking outside about whenever you bring people in, you don't know who you're bringing into the community. They don't have to pass any kind of restrictions or like where they live or be monitored or so forth. They do have to report themselves and so forth to the law enforcement. But, to his point, I hadn't even thought about, the other people that are around there, the music, all the noise, the activity, trailers coming in and out all night long, because they're going to come in at different hours. My biggest concern is that we don't really need that kind of visibility and be known as the trailer park town of South Texas. And that's where we're headed to for the direction that we're going with more development of trailer parks.
To answer your question, I did talk to Sheriff Hackett. He said most of these people are getting broken into by the locals. While they're off working, they themselves are getting broken into. These people are drug screened, they are hard-working people. And on the weekends, 90% of them are back in their hometowns. They're not even here on the weekends. So, you have to, there's two sides to every story.
But it's a 24-hour thing.
And pedophiles, they're just not in trailer houses. They're in
But we don't need more, is all we're saying.
Tell me how you're going to keep anyone. There's pedophiles in your churches. They're everywhere. how are you gonna
I agree.
keep them out?
I agree.
You're saying that,
Okay, let's have another discussion.
Well, you know what?
Are there any other?
she's bringing up these situations and I'm trying to
I
defend them,
understand,
you
I
know?
understand. But is there anybody else that wants to make an input into this?
You haven't even seen the plat.
We have it right here now.
Well, that's preliminary.